Imagine a world where Elon Musk did not create Tesla, did not launch rockets into space, and never even considered conquering Mars. Instead, he directed his energy and intellect toward a completely different field, integrating technology into the human mind. This alternative path led him to create a unique system that changed not only the digital world, but also the very nature of humanity. In this world, machines do not just assist us, they have become an extension of our consciousness. Welcome to a reality where Elon Musk dedicated his life not to the stars, but to creating the first complete symbiosis between humans and artificial intelligence. In the real world, in the year 2000, Elon Musk sold his first major company, Zip2, and earned $22 million. He invested this money into X.com, which later became PayPal. But what if he had made a different choice? In an alternate universe, after analyzing prospects, Musk realizes that financial technologies will not change the world the way he envisions. Instead, he decides to focus on what has always inspired him, the synthesis of humans and machines. Thus, the company Neuromachina is born. Its goal is to create the world's first universal neurointerface that allows a person to interact with a computer using only the power of thought. At the beginning of the 21st century, Musk's ideas seem too bold. Investors are reluctant to fund the company, and scientists doubt the feasibility of his plans. However, he continues forward, attracting the best specialists in neuroscience, cybernetics, and quantum computing. The first experiments with implants yield mixed results. The early versions of the device allow paralyzed individuals to control computers, but Musk dreams of something greater, a system that connects human consciousness to a global network. After years of development, Neuralink 1 emerges, the first mass neurointerface that installs without surgery and allows users to literally think the internet. This breakthrough sparks global resonance. Governments fear losing control over information. Religious groups protest against interference in the divine nature of humans, and corporations seek to monopolize the technology. At the same time, an underground market for these technologies emerges. Secret laboratories create illegal interface modifications, enabling users to bypass laws and even alter their perception of reality. Society becomes polarized. Some believe that such technologies should belong exclusively to the elite, while others demand complete free access. Meanwhile, Musk continues his journey, convinced that he is heading toward a brighter future. He finds new allies among scientists, philosophers, and even former opponents who understand that Neuralink could be the next step in human evolution. Despite pressure, threats, and attempts at sabotage, he moves forward, knowing that this is more than just a project. It is the future of humanity. By the year 2025, millions of people are connected to NeuroNet, a global network where consciousnesses interact directly. Humanity is changing. People no longer use screens. All information is accessible within their minds. Language barriers vanish as translation happens instantly. Artificial intelligence is no longer just a tool, but an extension of each person's consciousness. Virtual reality becomes an integral part of life. People work, study, interact, and even fall in love in digital space. The physical world gradually loses its importance, as every action can be performed within the network. Scientists observe drastic changes in human psychology. Attachment to the real world decreases, while dependence on NeuroNet grows. But with advantages come risks. What if the network crashes? What if someone gains control over millions of minds? The first cases of so-called conscious stasis appear, where users lose connection to the outside world and cannot return. Some governments impose restrictions on NeuroNet, fearing a loss of control over their citizens. Meanwhile, multinational corporations see limitless possibilities in this technology. They propose new features, allowing users to accelerate cognitive processes, enhance memory, and even transmit emotions directly. Musk realizes that his creation can be both humanity's salvation and its downfall. In 2027, a group of hackers attacks NeuroNet, trapping millions of people in a digital prison. Their consciousnesses are stuck in virtual space, while their bodies fall into comas. Panic spreads across the world. Musk makes the hardest decision of his life. He shuts down the network, sacrificing his creation to save humanity. After the shutdown, people return to the real world, but it no longer feels the same. They feel emptiness, as they can no longer be part of a unified consciousness. The world splits into two factions, those who want to restore Neuronet and those who fear its consequences. The global economy experiences a severe crisis. Millions of jobs dependent on the digital network disappear, sparking a wave of protests. Some individuals suffer from the so-called disconnection syndrome. They can no longer adapt to reality without instant access to information and collective consciousness. Doctors report a surge in mental disorders associated with the loss of cognitive integration. At the same time, governments and intelligence agencies see this as an opportunity to regain control over society. They enforce strict laws, limiting any further research in the field of neurointerfaces. Secretly, new methods of consciousness integration into the network are being developed, but now under strict government supervision. Some scientists strive to create an alternative system, one that is safer and independent of centralized control. A large-scale intellectual confrontation erupts between those who advocate for the complete abandonment of Neuronet and those who believe it can be revived without its former risks. At this moment, Musk realizes his dream of merging minds with technology has brought humanity to a new frontier, but the next step is no longer his decision alone. It belongs to the entire world. Standing before a global crossroads, Musk understands. He has given humanity the opportunity to rise to a new level of evolution, but he has also opened the doors to the uncontrolled transformation of consciousness itself. Will he stop, or will he take the next step? His technology has created a new kind of intelligence, but it has also introduced danger. Perhaps this is only the beginning of a large-scale transformation that will change the world forever. And now, imagine that this is not science fiction, but a possible path for our reality. Are you ready for such a future? Then subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for new episodes.